Today, I wanted to give you guys another demo video on the ZH40D. So I apologize for the video the other day. We were in a hurry. We were trying to get some stuff done, and I forgot my mic. So I appreciate the comments, but we're going to do another video today. We've been clearing land down here. You can see that this path down here goes a half a mile. And then there's another path on the other side of here that goes down almost a quarter mile. And we've done all of it with ZH40D. If you haven't got a chance, Tori Gardner was up the other day. He did a video as well. We're going to do another video here for a little while. We're going to show you tearing out trees. We're going to be pushing trees over. But everything I have stacked here was all done with this machine. So every single tree that was ripped out, the scrub brush. And as you guys can see, I mean, this ground has not been taken care of for 40 years. I mean, this stuff's 14 foot tall. It is well dug in, and it's nasty stuff to kind of get through. We got vines intertwined through it. We got briars intertwined through it. And then the ground itself is soft. So, you know, it's everything. You know, you guys that are trying to contemplate what size machine, what can it do? And the question we get is, a GroundHog any good? Well, I mean, I got about 50 hours on the unit. We've done both oil changes. It has been performing very well. I think that for 50 hours, for what we've accomplished, is pretty impressive. I mean, we've been knocking some of the dead trees and the smaller trees out. So I'm going to give us a run for a while. We're going to edit the video in, try to give you some more action shots of what, you know, trees, capability, so on. And just take a minute, watch the video, and you guys make the call for yourself. I get that question, you know, more often than not, is a GroundHog any good? I mean, for the price point, this comparable unit in a name brand is 80 grand. This unit's 34.9. So, you know, there's always some offset to that, but the paint's holding up well. The machine itself is holding up well. The thumb has been absolutely instrumental in getting this stuff where we wanted it. So we're going to do this video, give you guys a good, you know, look and see how it's running, how it's operating, capability. This is a 7,000 pound class unit. We have an 8,000 pound unit and a 12,000, and then obviously our smaller units. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video. We're going to tear some stuff up. If you've never worked with this scrub brush, it is nasty stuff. Grabs on everything. So what I try to do is I try to push it away from the machine for two reasons. One, so it's not slapping me in the face, and the other, so it's not grabbing all my stuff on the boom. Then I'm going to take my thumb out of the way for now, but I don't got my blade up because I'm going to kind of work through here and just try to knock some of this down as I'm working through it. But I mean, I'm absolutely just making a mess with this. There you go. So from there, I'll work the root ball out. That way it's not my road either. That way I'm not hitting my valves, not hitting my other stuff there in the boom. Now for something like this, I'll plant my blade, make sure I'm well seated. Get the widowmakers off the top, work my way down, get the root and all, that way I don't gotta mess with the roots. Down she comes. Now we'll just take my bucket, and there we go. Now there's going to always be some roots connected. Try to get all that out when we're doing this. There she goes, there she goes. And then we'll keep working on our scrub brush just to come down through, stacking that stuff up for the skid loader to push it to the side. Trying to make sure we get every little whipper out of our face. All you guys that do logging, I'm sure you can appreciate that. Every time you walk through the woods, you push 3 out of your road, and that last one comes and snaps you in the eyeball. So what I've done is I've set my thumb at kind of a middle there. That way I don't got to keep messing with it. I can just go and roll into it. For me, it's more of a pain in the ass to just keep moving my thumb. But if I want something to stay down, then I'll lock my thumb around, bring it around, dump it, open her back up. Now I'm going to set it back a half again, and we're going to keep working through. Same way again, I'm going to knock this guy down. Now my little stuff, I'll just come around the outside of my little stuff and just take it all one shot. Comes right out, doesn't even run. Thumb up, keep it out of my face, and we'll drop that in the middle for the skid loader. Now this big guy here, I mean that's root ball and all. Let's see if we can pull this one over here in. I don't know if I can or not. I guess it's going to depend on how well it's sunk in there. That way it don't lay in the creek. All you guys that have worked around creeks know you can't dig in a creek. So what our intention is going to be is we're going to try to pull that guy over our way. I want to spin on the roots. I want to get off of them. I don't tear a track up. We're going to get ourselves straight. That way I got the blade to help me out. I'm just going to pull all this stuff in. I'm going to try to find the base. And again, if you guys haven't got a chance, Tory Gardner, he comes over here probably every other week and tries to do a new video, tries to give some content for you guys. That way you can see kind of what we're up to and what the machines can do. So it's going to probably be hard for you to see from over there, but cleared myself a path into this tree. I'm going to keep my blade down because I got holes here for the roots that came out. And this one's going to take me a little bit because there's a ton of small stuff worked around it. And this is just kind of, when you got properties that haven't been cleaned up in 20, 30, 40 years, I mean, this is kind of the size machine, unless you got time to really stay at it, this is the kind of machine you're going to want to get into. Probably 6,000 to 12,000, somewhere in that range. But, I mean, you guys hear it snap, crackling, and popping. All the vines are worked in. I mean, this will be a very good one for you to see. I'm going to work them vines down. Try to work myself back in and get to this tree. Sometimes if you're going blind at it, you take your boom and just knock that stuff down and push it out of your road. That way you can kind of see where you're digging. And I mean, this is not a traditional just digging a ditch video. So again, you're going to really get to be able to see what is possible. Now I'm kind of to the side, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get this guy or not. All right, so we're going to come down. We're going to go out just to get the roots lightened up. All right. Now what I'll do eventually here is I'll work back into the other side and then pull it off of the other way. So I don't want to pull it down on top myself, obviously. That way I don't damage the unit. I mean, just nasty stuff, guys. Or girls. I mean, if we got girls watching, that's great. Good to have you. Very happy to have you on the GroundHog team. We picked one of the worst sections. That way I didn't cherry coat it, but it is definitely just a lot of nasty through here. We're going to keep working it away from the creek, back into our center so our skid loader guy can come grab all that. I mean, I got a heck of a hole knocked in here already. I'm going to try to pull it all backwards, like I said, and I'm going to tail around to the other side once I got this junk out of my road here. And make sure when you're digging stuff back towards you, it doesn't slap you in the face. No worse getting slapped in the face, is there, guys? Or girls? I mean, I guess that's a whole different ball game. We're not going to get into that, but the vines do not like to let go, but hopefully you guys can see all that carnage left behind there. We got vines and briars and scrub brush just everywhere now. And again, that's rough stuff there. The angle's kind of all wrong to get that thing down. That way my camera guy doesn't got to get slapped in the face. So I'm going to try to do this. I'm gonna have to come into it the way I want it to. Don't want to. I mean, I can push it over easy, just throw it over the creek. But again, we don't want to play in the creek. Drop my blade for stability. How about that? If I wanted to, I could just knock this guy down like this, but then be over the creek. And we, like I said, we don't like making DEP mad. See if we can get him to lay down the way I want him to. If I take some of the dirt out here in the bottom, I might get him to do what I want him to from this side. Still, it's gonna be my intention. That way you guys can see it without the camera guy having to come around here. And I guess the term for the day is gonna be slapped in the face. I think I've said that more times than I probably needed to for one video. Maybe. There we go. There it is, guys. Again, or girls. I mean, it's about as quick of a project for a 7,000-pound machine as it gets, I believe. I don't care what the name of the side of this thing says. That is no small feat. We're going to put that again right there in a row. Nothing to it. And that's showing you the drive capability. And then obviously the bucket capability is over and above. And sure, I'm a little biased on that. In my mind, if you spend an extra $40,000 for the machine that does the same thing, it should probably wash itself at the end of the day, or it better damn well last twice as long, 3 times as long. You're going to be paying them payments, which are twice as much for twice as long. Obviously, yes, I get that math doesn't compute before I get some guy in the comments section being funny. You know, that's, some of you guys got to take it easy. Take a Xanax and chill out. Everybody can have their opinion. The guy that wants a Kubota is going to go buy a Kubota, all right? The guy that wants a Bobcat is going to go buy a Bobcat. The guy that wants to clear his ground and not spend a small fortune doing the damn stuff anymore is going to come buy a GroundHog. As long as that job gets done with minimal breakdown, I'm never going to say no, that's not feasible for any brand on the side of the machine. But as long as it's pennies on the dollar, hell, we're ahead of the game. Snap, crackle, pop. There goes another one. And again, I get that everybody's serious when they're spending their money. So I will always say the same thing I've said for the last 3 years now, which is also wonderful. It is not a Bobcat. It is not a Kubota. They are prettier machines. I'll admit that myself. But damn. I can make a mess just the same with this machine. And it's cost me a hell of a lot less. And guess what? It hurts a hell of a lot less when I scratch it. Because when I go buy an $80,000 machine, and I get it dented and dinged up and scratched up, I'm pretty upset about it. When I go out and I buy a $30,000 machine, and it's done everything I've asked it to do, I'm not as upset when I get the scratches on the boom and on the bucket. Because guess what? Again, no matter what's on the side of this machine, you're going to scratch it, you're going to ding it. The guys that buy that machine and they're so afraid to get in here and get work done, well, hell, I don't want to be there in my mindset either. I want to be able to get in there, slap stuff, smack stuff, get shit done. And you know what? When I scratch it, it's just part of the job, part of this business. Now, if I was buying a Rolls Royce, absolutely, I want that thing premium. I'm not buying a Rolls Royce today. I'm buying an excavator. And when I buy an excavator, it's to do shit like this. Get this gnarly bugger out. That thing's so wrapped in the vines. There we go. There's another one. Just like that. We're not playing in the small stuff today, guys and gals. We saved some of the nasty for you. That way you can actually make your own opinion. Is a groundhog any good? Well, I don't know about you, but again, it hurt a whole hell of a lot less when that bucket paint came off and when that boom paint came off and when I'm doing shit like this. If I'd have spent 80 grand on this, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have hired someone to come in because I always wanted to stare at my machine. It's a hell of a pretty machine, though. I tell you what, them Kubotas, them Bobcats, them Cats, them Deers, they are damn pretty machines. But if you want to take your damn pretty machine, go to a job site like this and do this stuff. And keep in mind, for what people charge an hour, I've already paid for a third of this machine. And I did get a quote to do this, just because I wasn't sure if I wanted to take the time to do it. And holy shit. The quote to clear this bottom, and it's a lot of dirt, it's a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of damage and so forth. The quote to clear this bottom was $65,000. Not only have I paid for the machine once I'm done, I still got a machine. That machine's still worth something at the end of the day. Sure, I put my own time into it, but I don't got that much diesel fuel into it. I guess we'll probably have this done here in a week or two. Just really started to apply our time. Before this, it was 2, 3, 4 hours here and there. So for the next day or two, if you can't reach me, this is where I'm at. I'm in my happy place, and I'm doing my happy stuff. And I'm going to bet that a lot of you guys and girls out there are the same way. This is what we call making a living, but it's also what we enjoy to do. I think we're going to cut it there. I think that's enough content for one video. But I mean, look what we've done. We've cleared everything here along the creek. We've made a mess. We're going to clear it up. We're going to get the skid loader over here. That's one thing that I will say, you know, if I have the time, I would take it and I'd blade it all where I want to blade it, but it's an excavator. But I mean, look at here. It's a heck of a dent, and it's a lot of work we've just pulled through. All that stuff there in front of the camera, guys, if you've never ripped that stuff out, it is nasty stuff. And everything on this bottom for the half a mile behind you to the quarter mile in front of you is all that stuff, and we've done it all the ZH40D. So, you know, I really appreciate you guys watching the videos. We can't tell you how much we appreciate it. We're currently sold out. We just did an appreciation video here maybe 3 weeks ago. I did not expect to sell 150 units in 5 weeks. That's roughly where we ended up. But we have 400 units in production right now. That's not counting anything else. We're going to continue production, obviously. But 400 units at one shot should get us stock back up. Those of you that get your pre-orders in, I really appreciate it. That keeps us moving as well, keeps us working forward in the future. So we're going to cut this video off, and we appreciate you guys watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one, guys.